Hello YouTube, what is going on? I am the Undead Circuit, aka the One Defect, and welcome back to another episode of Planetbase. I don't know why, I just felt like playing it again. And this is the third take, so sorry if the base has changed a little. Sorry if I just blew into the microphone there, which is really annoying. I'll probably try to muffle that out later. But I'm literally for the third take, I'm fed up and I'm just gonna upload the video. I'm going to upload it. I'm not going to try to fix any small mistakes that I make here and there in pre-production, like any facts that I say incorrectly, or like I try to correct myself later on, or if I do something incorrect, I'll put an annotation in the video or something like that. I'm just going to do whatever, and it's going to go up as it is. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get on with it. Now, if I click new game, don't worry, I'm not going to start a new game. I've only done the class D planet. I really want to get to class S, but I need to do 12 milestones. So far on the class D planet, I've done 5. What I want to do is I want to get at least 9 out of 10 of these milestones. And the 10th milestone is reach a population of 300 colonists. That might take a while. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve that in a video time frame. I managed to achieve that once. That was before I reinstalled this game. So unfortunately I did lose my saves, which is why none of this has saved, essentially. So yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to click back and I'm going to go to the class D planet that we're on. Now, the base has changed a bit because, like I said, this is the third retake, and the old method of me going back, like reloading an old save, isn't working for some reason. So yeah, this is what the base has turned into. I'll give you a quick walkthrough. We have a medical bay, because one of our workers got injured. We have finally built a storage. We've rerouted all production so that it will lead into the storage before going into the main center of the base, which is the canteen, which I like to treat as the canteen and the storage as the center of the base, with a dividing line showing the more residential side and the more industrial side of the base. We have the sickbay in the middle on the canteen because it's more in the middle, but I can't have, it's a bit of a waste to have 2 corridors leading to the same building, and I think the sickbay is a dead end anyway. We also have a lab so we can start making medical supplies because we started trading, and that's how we managed to gain up to 16 colonists. Let me show you the new bunch of people we have. We now have 5 workers, 4 biologists, 4 engineers, and 3 medics. I know it's a little bit overkill on the medics, but I felt like having that many just in case a meteorite hits one of the buildings they're in. It's not really going to affect me too much, because there's more to replace them. So yeah, I've also added an extra bunk bed because we were having problems where the 4 bunk beds all 4 beds were taken, so we needed an extra one. And I added a lettuce in so we could start trying to make salad burger. So we try to make a salad burger pasta combo of food, which is, as far as I can tell, reading online and looking through the instruction booklet, the best way to keep your colonists nourished, and the more varieties of food you feed them, the greater the morale gets. So if I just click F2, you should see the status, and right now the welfare is good. The happiness and overall star rating of the colony is 34 out of 1,000, so it's quite poor. Not many people are going to want to come, especially if I build if I got a building's exterior. If I build a starport, this is where civilians can come and explore your space base, your base. This is a way of just increasing the morale, increasing the happiness, increasing the number of increasing the population on the base by a dramatic amount. So, if we click here, we can see this is our current resources. We did do some trading, so we got some credits. We're currently waiting on ore to be processed. And the reason why I haven't done anything like that is I'm waiting for this stuff to get processed into... I'm waiting for the starch to get processed into bioplastic. I'm waiting for the metal to get processed into... First I'm going to turn the lab off, because right now I don't need this, because the lab requires a medic, which is great. But you can get another thing, which is a Viromeat, tissue synthesizer, which makes Viromeat. That requires a biologist. Now each biologist can handle 3 crops, and we have 4 of them. So this is way understocked, but right now I don't have enough citizens to meet, I don't have enough colonists to meet the influx of food that will be produced in the process. But I can do one thing, and I believe this boosts morale, is I can put down a tree. And as far as I can remember, having a tree down, because trees I believe are free in this game. If I go here, if I go tree, yeah, trees are free. So it's just a nice way. I don't know if it's purely decorative, then it's purely decorative, but I believe it boosts the morale and helps everybody out. It also produces a little bit of oxygen during the day, which is great, because it means the biodome will always have oxygen in it, or at least a small amount. Regular pine tree produces oxygen in the day, consumes some oxygen at night. Colonists can relax by looking, yeah, so it helps boost colonist morale. We also have only 1 medicinal plant, because we only have 1 station, and it requires 1 medicinal plant plus 1 bioplastic. And yeah, that's basically the 6-minute catch-up right there. This is 6-7 minute catch-up. Okay, so you are waiting. You are also waiting. I need you guys to hurry up and produce this, because I want to demolish this room so I can make the... Oh no, I think that room's fine. I just need to build a second one of these. And the reason why I do that is because what you can do is you can have one room that's entirely metal and one room that's entirely plastic. So if ever you need one or the other, you can just set one of the building structures to high priority. That's not that big of a deal right now, but I like to have it. But I think I'll push it back right now because we don't have the amount of resources I'd like. Because that's 2 for this, 1 for this, and right now we have 2 free, so we wouldn't even have enough to complete the project. So right now we're just going to fast forward time, and I believe at this point... Oh, hang on, before I do that, let's show you what we currently have on this. So we have survival, expansion, and self-sufficiency. So this base is completely self-sufficient. It can manage itself, it can... if I leave it alone, it should, without any interventions from meteorites, I can just essentially leave this base and nothing will happen, because these people never age. It's when these people are lucky, they never age. So I can just leave this base, and as long as a meteorite doesn't hit a particular section and kill off a lot of people, it will be fine. So I can just go, yep, there we go, we've made a colony, it's absolutely fine, and... But no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna see if I can get to at least 100, a population of 100, build the monolith. So I've got 9 out of 10 of the milestones, which will then allow me to progress to the next planet and then the next planet. And I might record along the way, but probably only after like the second playthrough of it, because I like to just learn and play around with it and have some fun at the beginning. I've just been here moving the camera around a little bit, trying to buy time, because right now all I'm doing is trying to just stock up on resources from the mine. Ah, here's a trader. There we have. Let's do some trading on camera. Okay, so you're a medical. You appear to be a medical ship. What is your commission? 45%. That's not entirely bad. Unfortunately, we don't need any medical supplies right now, because we're on 7. We can produce our own at this point. We can produce our own, and as long... And we only have... So I'm going to dismiss you, because right now we don't need it. So we got our workbench here with our medic currently creating a... What's the name? Medical supply. Medical supplies box, crate, whatever. So we're also going to go in here and we're going to build 2 Enviromeat. 2 meat synthesizers, tissue synthesizers. So I'm probably mispronouncing that. I'm probably doing something wrong with that, but oh well. And one we're gonna set to beef, and one we're gonna set to pork. Why not? So we got 4 biologists. Lab is out of water. Now, okay, this is where they start continuous upgrade and modification of the base comes in. The lab is out of water, so I'm gonna have to build another water extractor. I can't build it over there, so I'm gonna build it over here. And then the other thing I wanted to do was, yeah, lab is out of water. That'll get sorted eventually, because this doesn't require. This just requires 3 metal, which is what I have, luckily enough. I'm also gonna do, because last episode we had a sandstorm, so I'm actually gonna build the command center, and I'm gonna put it here. And then off of that command center, I'm gonna put an airlock here. Actually, I want to see if I can get it to connect to the launch pad as well. Not non-oxygen generator. I want a U. No. Okay, so we're just gonna put it there. And the reason for that is the colonists who come to this launch pad, well, the colonists that come to a where is it? Starport. There, I can connect the starport. If you start bringing in colonists from a starport, you run the risk of bringing in raiders and bandits and people who just want to kill and make your day, kill your colonists and make your day really, really bad and terrible. So, one of the ways I found out doing it, I don't know if other people have found it out, but this is the way I discovered whilst playing through it, is if you put your guards, if there was a way to put your guards in the way of all that so they could instantly detect someone with a weapon that's going, if you can instantly detect someone who's going to try to harm your colonists, that'd be great. And the only way to do that is, that I know of, is to put the control center next to an airlock which is connected to the starport. Right now we got a trader. This guy looks to be just a general purpose. Now he has a tech. Massive storage. I don't need this right now. That is late game. But he does have some bioplastic. And we're starting to run a bit low on spare parts. So I'm going to see if I can get 2 of each. Maybe I can push for. We can sell 3 medical supplies. And can we get a few credits off of him as well? Yeah, there we go. So 2 spare parts, 2 bioplastic, 2 credits for 3 medical supplies. Commission of 45%. That seems okay. I feel happy about that because we can produce our own. It doesn't really matter. If we really start struggling, all I can do is just up the amount. I'm going to actually set this to priority. Actually, no, I don't. I want, because if I set it to priority now, the biologists are going to want to come and work here as well. When these crops are in danger, they're not going to care about these. I want this to be second, because these ones don't degrade as fast as these crops. I want all their attention to be here, and if there's any problems, all I can do is just send out a call for more biologists. And speaking of which, let me show you how you can do that. You can go up here into the base management, landing permissions. You can enable colonists, and then you can change what percentage ratio you want. So you can change, like, I want 10% of the people coming in to be biologists, and then 1 in every 10, just say 1 in every 10 colonists that comes to the planet will be a biologist. But you can also set to 100, which is 10 in every 10 is a biologist. So like 1 in every 1 or whatever is a biologist. And you can get up to, I've seen up to 3 people in one go, and they can all be biologists. Like, the reason why my engineers jump so drastically is because, so drastically, I think that's the right one, jump so drastically, or increased at such a fast rate, is because I sent out a call to have 100% engineers, and the ship came and it landed with 3 of them, which would explain why I have 4 right now in the early game when I don't really need it. The only reason for this is so that I can go to base management, security constant. I can put the base on yellow alert. All colonists will stay indoors, medics and guards will stay on duty for longer. So the medics will go to the medical bay and they'll keep working for longer in case somebody comes in injured. The guards would stay in the control center and patrol the base, looking for danger, which is why you put the control center next to the airlock where all the potential threats are going to be coming in. So yeah, but that's the base. I think the power system might be due for an upgrade in a little bit. Ah, now we got a sandstorm, so this is perfect timing for me to show you. The one thing I like about this game is it does actually set the time to 1. So I'm going to say yellow alert. And what that does is that calls everybody, regardless if there's a task outside that they need to do, they will drop everything and come inside. And red alert, I believe everybody arms themselves. All colonists will stay indoors. Medics and guards will stay on duty for longer. Colonists will fight enemies by any means necessary. Okay, so it's just that's a do or die call. So you can see this guy is walking in the sandstorm, but he's getting injured because of the sandstorm. So this is why you don't want your colonists. I keep saying citizens and stuff, but you know what I mean. You don't want your colonists, you don't want your workers and stuff to be outside during these events because they will die in them. You can have them die in a sandstorm. So you can see here's a biologist. These ones need maintenance. These ones are all okay. They don't really need maintenance. They're good, so they come over here. And they maintain them and they keep working them. And this is going to produce meat. And here's our stockpile filling up. One of the benefits of making a storage is if an item is left on the ground, it will slowly degrade. And the amount it affects whatever it goes into will also degrade. So if you have spare parts, if you have a spare parts box and it's at 50% and then it goes into a windmill, it'll only repair that windmill's integrity, or I think it's condition, will only repair it by 50%. It won't repair it by a full 100%, which is something you have to keep in mind. Did I actually build it? Yes, I did. I did build another medium wattage. Now, this can fluctuate. This can cause your water system to fluctuate. So one of the things you can do is you can build a water tower, and they are dirt cheap for a smaller size. Even for a medium size, it's 2 metal. Now, I'm not going to build there because I want the starport to go over there. So I'm going to build mine here. And, in fact, I'm going to build mine over here. And the reason why, actually no, hang on, nope, here, delete, we're going to go outdoors, water, and we're going to go medium, and we're going to put as far over as possible. And the reason why I did that is because it feeds into a building, and once that building is satisfied, it will then overflow into the next building, and the next building, and the next building. Which is why a good strategy to start off with that I found out recently after watching a few other YouTubers play this game is that you put your solar panel or wind turbine... danger's over, so now we can go back to normal, the annoying alarm goes away, and everybody's allowed back outside. But anyway, back on topic. You put your wind turbine next to... You connect your wind turbine to your oxygen generator. And what that'll do is, even if there's the smallest amount of wind, not enough to power your entire base, it'll still send a little bit of power, the smallest amount of power it can generate, straight to the oxygen generator. So you won't run out of oxygen unless there's absolutely no wind. Okay, or if there's a power failure, the oxygen generator will turn on for half a second. It'll be the first building to turn on, generate a little bit of oxygen, and then shut off because the power grid can't support it. Which is one of the interesting things I found out. So you can do the same thing with the water tank. This water tank will fill up, and then when these water extractors can't produce enough for the grid and buildings start running out of water, the biodome will gain priority over the water supply. It'll get the first amount of water, which I think is really cool, and that's why I really like this game's resource system. So what can we expand onto now? I think what we're going to need to do is we have a sick bay, we have a control center. You can have different buildings in the control center. You can have a security console, which right now I don't think really works because you can issue lockdown commands and stuff from just the base management tab. Security guard will monitor specific activities and a few structures from the console. This will allow you to detect... Oh, okay, so this is just used to detect intruders. Another reason why you put it next to the airlock where the intruder could be coming through. Radio console, this is when you talk to incoming passenger ships. And the telescope is used for the giant death laser that you can build here. Anti-meteor. Like, the meteors pose a big threat to your base, but what you can actually do is shoot them down, so they do not damage your base. Okay, so now that's done, you can see it's filling up with water because there's an excess in the grid system. Same way as a battery, as a water tank. Same way as a power collector. No different. I see we're on about 20 minutes now, so this video is going to probably continue on for like another 5 minutes. For some reason, whenever I try to record over 5 minutes and start going into 30 minutes, like especially as 30 minutes, I start experiencing some frame drop. Like right now, I'm not running at a smooth 60. I was when I started, and all I've added was a few buildings. I haven't increased colonists. I haven't increased anything. Just the frame rate just drops, which is weird. Probably something to do with my computer. Probably something to do with my computer, not the game, or it might be something to do with the game. Don't really know. How's all our food? Downside to lettuce, it only produces food. It doesn't produce starch. If I can click on it, here we go. You can see it produces 1 starch. I think I'm going to want to up this production now because we do have an excess of ores and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down another metal and another... Actually, how much starch do we have? You know, that ratio is kind of okay, so I'm going to recycle that. I'm going to place down another metal. So we've got 3 metal processors to 1 bioplastic. Another trade ship. Let's see what you have. You have your food trade ship. Interesting. I'm going to start building up a stockpile of credits so that when a piece of tech comes along that I really want, because they're so expensive, they can take a lot of time out of your colonists because they have to manually carry every single resource through the slow airlocks. But if you have credits, you can just buy it straight away. So I'm going to sell to you 100. Actually, no, I want at least 5. So I want at least 4 so I can at least heal the majority of my workers. I can heal over 50%. So that's 75. I'm going to then get credits equaling 75%, equaling 75, which is 54 credits, which is great. So I'm just going to do this. Colonists are now going to take medical supplies out. It's okay, we can make our own, which is fine because we can make our own. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place down another medicinal herb. And I think at that point I'm starting to really push what my biologists can do. So I'm going to go here, landing pad, allow colonists, and I want 100% biologists. You don't need guards just yet. I tend to find that I need guards whenever I build a starport. That's when I need guards. That's when I find out. That's when I tend to find out that I really need guards. About 2 minutes left in the episode, so we're just going to continue chugging on along. We can see we're sitting nice and pretty. We're sitting really comfortable. So why don't we look at and see if there's a milestone we can complete fairly quickly. I just want to slow this down. I should really remember these hotkeys. So keypad minus. That is doing something to fraps I do not like. So let's not do that. I'm going to have to look into what that does later. Anyway, so let's see, milestones. What can we do? Century, reach population 100, powermonger, sorry. For some reason my brain said power monopoly, which I suppose is, no, it's not, which is generate 500 kilowatts of power. Technomancy is acquire 10 techs, which is 10 of those, like, you get mutated vegetables, you get larger solar panels, larger wind turbines and all that. Reach a overall review standing of 100. Robots, build 10 robots, build a monolith. I don't think I can do that now. Reach population of 300. So right now there isn't really anything I can do unless I go absolutely insane on power. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on the robots because that's the closest I can see. But I am going to do that next time. But I will do one thing. I will place this down. And I will place a gun rack. because I have experienced from time to time a colony ship like this showing up and there being bad guys on it, essentially. So now that this is done, so this would be biologists. I want guards. I just want a small amount of guards. Now these are engineers, which is weird because I don't think I asked for engineers. Did I? Did I miss? Oh, I completely missed biologists and I just got an influx of engineers. Oh, that's fun. What's my current pop? Ooh, you can see there. That's what happens. That's bad. And on that bombshell, I will end this episode. So, thank you guys for watching. I have been the Undead Circuit. No, it's recording. I've been the Undead Circuit, aka the One Defect. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.